Happy Thumbs Gaming. Big show.
Hey everybody, it's Brian with Happy Thumbs Gaming. Today we're checking out the Great American Savior of the Poor walkthrough, Max Payne 3, where we get 2 golden guns and 6 clues. So we start off right here in the beginning, and we're just gonna make our way through this rusty pile of snickerdoodles. It's definitely not very beautiful down here, is it? It's pretty demolished. Yeah, not a pretty sight there. Not a pretty sight at all. Bodies galore going into that fire pit. Alright, try to keep yourself from puking and walk up to that first gurney and go ahead and examine it for your first clue. Only 5 more to go. And then poke in here for some painkillers and your next clue. Look at that. 2 right off the bat. Alright. Can't get in the next door. Even though it looks like you can blast it, you can't. Take a peek in the next one. Take cover on the wall. Watch those assholes go up the elevator. Should have been our ride. We will follow them though. Alright. After a quick flashback there from a previous acid trip or maybe some painkillers or something, go ahead and start taking out the baddies in the following room. Those flashlights are a dead giveaway of their whereabouts, huh? Which is nice. Ooh. Gotta love that jump and shoot. Right off in this little room to the side here is the first piece. First golden gun piece. And we're gonna peek out on these other restrooms here. And continue along. As I mentioned in the previous walkthrough, we're trying to get the grinds here, so you're gonna see us doing a lot of jumping and shooting, trying to complete those grinds before we finish this playthrough. God, those melees are ruthless. Love it. Make sure you got the right shoulder cam view here and start bucking all these baddies. Definitely be careful because it gets pretty grimy out there. There's lots of dudes. Thought there was like 1 guy left and I ran out there and not a very smart idea. Look at those bullets ricocheting off the roof. That's awesome. Bullet dynamics and travel are pretty realistic in this game. Gotta love it. Especially since they slowed a lot of them down for us to get a full front row view of. Alright. A couple more guys in here. This guy's kind of hanging out. Ooh. Bullet cam representing the last kill. Go ahead and flip the switch, open the door, and be ready for more baddies. Bullets flying from every which way. So make sure that you take your time, use your bullet time. Kill everyone. Careful not to fall down there. Make sure you swoop around and get that golden gun piece. Then go ahead and drop down. Obviously, once you drop down, you will not be able to return without restoring the checkpoints or restarting the level. So try to make sure that you clear out those bad guys and get that golden gun before crossing over. Now we're on the other side, as you can see. We can see through the little fenced off areas. I take a couple hallway pops there. Alright, if you can manage to not get sick as I run through this hallway, bravo. Some painkillers in that back room that were well needed to the collection. Always like having 1 or 2 in the hole. It's not where I keep them, but You know what I'm saying. So, assuming you went left like me, make sure you double back, climb back up, and grab this clue sitting on the floor.
No wonder some locals seem to laugh at his accent. What else had he lied to me about?
And then turn around and take a peek on the wall.
Silva and I had the same fan club. I knew enough, and he knew too much. We both become targets.
One lingering baddie I forgot to get. Alright, the rest of the room's clean. Already checked out the clue on the floor.
I knew this thing was bigger than me. Bigger than the Bronx.
Alright, as always, make sure your gun's drawn as you come up the stairs, because you never know. In this case, we lucked out. First right in the hallway there, you're going to make sure you turn in there to the bathroom and pick up that golden gun piece. And as you push through into that doorway barely open, it'll trigger a small cutscene. Love listening to him sped up. Again, we assume you have seen plenty of cutscenes since you can't skip through them, so we kind of just sped them up, but use them as reference for you guys to where we are in the levels and such. There's a familiar face, even though it looks quite a bit haggard since we've seen it.
Whatever hell this was, De Silva sent me into, I knew I had to put an end to it. I had no choice but to push on.
Gotta love that silencer, that MacGyver silencer. It's like an Earth 2.0 bottle, some duct tape, and a couple tampons. So, take our tampon-based gun, put it away, let out the big guns to come and play. Alright, so truth be told, I had to do an edit there, and not really that proud to say, I just cut the remaining audio of this video by not pressing record. So I normally try to do the takes in one, but this one I had to cut because I had made a mistake on the actual footage editing. As I surfed that door out after grabbing that golden gun, I am proud to say that I just spent the last 10 minutes talking to myself. So that's pretty awesome. So we'll go ahead and try this again. I have verified the record button is pressed this time, so shame on me. I actually wanted to go to bed, damn it. I guess we'll have to put that off for now. You guys are more important. So we'll go ahead and take out all the bad guys out on this back court here. Make sure we get the right gun after we play musical rifles here. We'll find one that's appropriately packed. Make our way down. There's about 4 or 5 guys that come out through here. Once we see that bullet cam, we'll know it's safe, and we'll go ahead and progress through this fence, but until then, it's pretty much a danger zone. Ooh, wrong place, wrong time. Face meltage. Alright. We got a couple more guys in here, and once we clear them out, we're going to move on into the bar. Grab our first clue that we've seen in a while.
This was hell on earth. De Silva was no fool. I'd have driven on off into the sunset too if I were him.
Guess it just seems like a really long while because I just did that whole recording, and
It looked like Victor had won the sympathy.
I think this is the last clue. I think I know since I just did it. But again, I'm tired, so don't make fun of me. Don't clown on me. Alright, so we'll push around here, take a peek at nothing, and play the piano.
There it was, the soundtrack to my life.
Can actually see we're getting it down.
For a few seconds came harmony.
My wife can play the piano. A lot better than Max Payne, too. Not I, though. I am not a piano player. Play the skin flute. Pretty good at that. And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that dude was just filling up a bag of dicks. It's ironic that I said skin flute, and that dude's got these long sausage-like shaking things that he puts in a bag. Which would be kind of weird, because I've heard people say bag of dicks, but I've never actually seen a bag of dicks. And I would think that a bag of dicks would yield some money like that, so I think it might be onto something. Look at this guy. Can somebody spell revenge? His eyes are messed with. but looks like that doctor took something else from him. His pride, come on. Alright, so as we move along here, we're going to make our way through those double doors and into this kind of crazy open area here where we see the little arsenal room here. It's full of all sorts of ammunition. We've got C4 and weapons like an RPD off in the corner. And there's also another clue in here, so I was wrong. It wasn't the last clue. Totally got a clue right now. So after this cutscene, we're going to actually just turn around and walk right back into that room. We're going to grab that giant machine gun in the corner. And we're going to do that after we grab the note here, showing how much money these guys have spent on their shit. That is a lot of money. Good lord, that's a lot of money.
I had to hurry up before more of those assholes showed up.
Alright, so key thing here is to run around behind this old shitty lazy boy and grab that golden gun item to complete that awesome golden gun. One more in the bag. Then make your way over to all the red pillars and slap that C4 on all the pillars that you see. Once all the pillars on this floor have been pasted with C4, make your way up the stairs. I'm pretty sure he actually says, like, go upstairs and use the rest of C4 or something. When you set the last one, it'll cue those guys. You know you've made progress on that when they drop down. And again, using headshots and bullet time to be as effective and as efficient as possible. Alright. After you dump a whole clip into that last dude during the bullet cam, like we just did, make your way back and shoot a couple bottles.
It was time to see what VIP treatment awaited me on the penthouse floor.
Fill up our ammo real quick, run upstairs, and then we take in this little cinematic and grab the sniper rifle. Don't make fun of my shitty aim. Booyakashow. This last dude, not this guy, but this next dude, oh no, I guess it's the next dude. This dude. This dude takes it right in the dick and then plummets like 20 stories to his death. It's gotta be the worst. Right in the junk and then falling. Ugh. Alright. So this next room I'm gonna try to get fancy and do some jumping dives. Looks a lot cooler than it is. Or I look a lot cooler than I am. How about that? Nice little jump over and through the netting. That was random. Not planned. Again, looking a lot cooler than I am. And once you kill that last dude and that bullet cam kicks, start putting all the, oh, that's right, golden gun. Come back here and grab that golden RPG. And then plant the C4 on the red pillars. More guys come as you plant the C4. And again, having it on easy makes this a lot easier for us. But it sucks for us because we got to play it extra now to get that platinum. So, once we go down and refill our ammo one more time, we're going to head back up and actually progress up onto the roof where it triggers another cutscene. And then we actually get a shot at a bonus trophy called Sometimes You Get Lucky. And let me just say, that couldn't be a more appropriate titled trophy / achievement. Get a headshot during the rooftop tremors. So essentially what happens is we pull the trigger on the C4, as we're about to see here, and the building starts collapsing. We don't have much time to kill the rest of the baddies on the roof and make our way out, but during that time, there is a series of what look like earthquakes, tremors, and you gotta get a headshot. And it's a frustrating trophy. It's one of those ones that you probably won't get on your first or second try. But hey, if you did, props. Because it took me and SCCA Zip Tie a handful of tries each before we finally got it, and I won't lie, he ended up getting it. So the footage you're about to see is actually edited in. And the reason there's a horrible edit at the end is because Donald is still learning how to properly record and when not to stop for proper edits. So I'm sure you won't have a problem figuring out where the end edit is. I tried to do a good job on the intro one, but I didn't even put any effort into the end because he just left me hanging. And here goes the first earthquake after we push the button. Earthquake, the first tremor. You can see that gas line on the left's going to blow up and pretty much take out that dude. I don't know why we wasted ammo on him. And then you just continue to use your bullet time and take out as many guys as you possibly can. Diving through the air like the Matrix. Getting those grinds. In the end, our goal is to have the only trophies left for me is the difficulties of story. So hopefully we'll get all the other stuff. I know the New York Minute trophy unlocks once we beat it, and then you got to beat New York Minute to get the New York Minute hardcore. But my goal is to get all those done and just have those last couple of story mode ones. And then we're curious, feel free if you already know the answer to this. We're trying to figure out if, you know, in some games you can kind of cheat the system and you can go to like the last level and play the last level on the harder difficulty. And in this particular case, there's even checkpoints. So we're wondering if you can like go to the last checkpoint of the game and actually bump the difficulty up, and if that's going to do it. If anybody knows, if you've already beat the game on hard or any of that, make sure you tackle hardcore or old school before you comment so we know officially. But yeah, so back to the headshot trophy achievement. You know, we tried using the dive. We felt that using the dive is not only good for the grinds, but it also, if you time it right, you are not affected at all, really, by the tremors. Whereas if you're standing on the ground, your reticle goes crazy. So here's where we get lucky. And I won't be afraid to call Donald lucky, because this was not an easy trophy. But this guy right here seemed to be the icing on the cake for us. We started low and just basically let her rip as the tremor started going, and we blasted our way up and got that trophy, and wait for it. Booyakashow. Sometimes you get lucky. And in this case, sometimes Donald gets lucky. So thank you, Donald, for your help on that. I'll make sure to take full credit in the description so nobody else knows unless they watch the video. Ooh. Yeah, there was the end point. Always finish for a clean edit. But can't complain. When I got a buddy here helping me out, helping me get through some of these frustrating times, I can't be mad at him for making a novice rookie mistake. Noob. As you can see, he's still trying to get that trophy. Alright, so once you take out the 3 guys on the top of the roof here, you got the one last guy behind you. All I can say is headshot, headshot, headshot. That's the best advice I can give. He is severely armored, and he definitely has a pretty powerful gun with a lot of bullets. Watch this dive, backwards dive. I almost landed perfect. It would have been a reverse plank. Cool. Alright, booyaka shot to the face. Man down, but not down ski. Alright, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and finish him off like it was prom night. Alright, that's going to go ahead and wrap up Max Payne 3 Level 12 Walkthrough, the Great American Savior of the Poor. Found the 2 golden guns and the 6 clues. Feel free to comment, vote, subscribe if you like what we're doing, guys. Head on over to Twitter so you can be a part of our contest coming up. First prize we got is a $25 GameStop gift card, so get on over there. And as always, until next time.